What's up, everybody? Today we're talking about the worst mistakes soccer players make. I want to give you three big mistakes and how to avoid mistakes in soccer. The worst soccer mistakes players make, the most common mistakes they make, the biggest mistakes they make. In my opinion, these are the three, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not what you think it is. It's not what you've seen in other videos. These are three massive mistakes that I do not want you to make. So if you're ready, you're excited, hit that like button. Let's wait for a few more people to get on here. And if you've already hit the like, you've already hit that thumbs up, tell me where you're watching from today, what country you're in. We'll wait for a few more people. Greece. Hey, Mario Robinson. What's up, buddy? Abdul Zazai from England. Not too many people on today, but that's all right. I guess you guys get more interaction with me, so it's not a good thing. From Kenya. What's up? Where are you guys from? From Bahrain. From Slovakia. Peter Zazbo. Butchered your name. Cool. All right, guys. I have no idea what's going on today. Usually there's like a 200 people are in school. School started. Yeah, usually there's like 200 people per stream. Right now I got 20. So, oh well, let's go. Oh, who's that in the background? From Pakistan, from Malaysia, from Sweden. Cool. Algeria. Cool. Thanks for checking it out, guys. All right, let's talk. For those of you that are here, let's get into it. The worst mistakes players can make. So I want to go through three of them. At the end, I'll do an open question and answer. So if you want to ask questions, please hold your questions till then. As always, you can do super chat. And although we don't have as many, I decided that for everyone who does do a super chat, I'm going to give you a shout out. So I'll put your name. And if you want, I'll also link your YouTube channel in the description of the video, as well as in the pinned comment of this video. So if you want to do a super chat, remember the super chat is that small function at the bottom. If you have 100 people fighting for my attention, asking questions, you want to get your question highlighted, it will highlight it. So I'll see it, everyone else will see it, and you'll get more interaction with me. You can always do the super chats, that little button at the bottom of your chat screen. And what I was saying is, everyone who does that, I will give you a shout out. I'll put your name and I'll put you a link to your YouTube channel in the description and the pinned comment of this video. I'm also going to do the person who gives the largest super chat donation. I'll make a video on your specific question. So in the near future, the question you ask when you do your super chat and get your question highlighted, I'll make a specific video on that question if that's something that you really want. So with that in mind, let's get into these three biggest mistakes that players make when playing soccer, playing football, whatever you call it. And personally, I call it football, but I live in a country that calls it soccer. So we're trying to hit some keywords. And for all of you who tell me it's not called soccer, it's called football. I know that. I call it football. You use your feet and you kick a ball. Where is this soccer? Where does this come from? Okay. Three biggest mistakes. CR7 for life. I'm drinking green tea. I'll tell you guys what I'm drinking. This is green tea. And this is water with apple cider vinegar. And usually I would put just like a splash of lime juice. Squeeze some lime juice in there. But I don't have any limes today. Okay, let's go. More people coming here. 79 now. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready to go. And I'll get into a thumbs up, meaning that like button. Let's see if we can get it to over 30 likes. Right now it's at 21. Give me over 30 and I'll start talking. 26. 30. Thank you. Let's go. Okay. The number one biggest mistake that players make, that any soccer player can make, is being too afraid to make a mistake. So I told you it's not what you think. It's not going to, hey, don't overcomplicate your play. Take your shots when you have chances. Show up early to practice. No, this is deeper. The biggest mistake you can make is being too afraid to make a mistake. What I mean by that is, are you too afraid to take shots when you have them? Are you too afraid to take a player on in a one-on-one situation when you're in that moment? Are you too afraid to take the penalty shot? Are you too afraid to go to the tryout? Are you too afraid to step up and demonstrate the drill in practice? The biggest mistake you can make is being too afraid to make one. So if you catch yourself freezing, not taking action, not doing things you should in order to make yourself a better player or to progress your career because you're too afraid to make a mistake, that is the biggest mistake you are currently making. Anyone who's done that, please say I. Let's all type I in the chat bar, because I know I've done it. You've probably done it as well. If you made that mistake right now, sometimes you freeze. Sometimes you don't do what you know you should because you're afraid of making a mistake. Maybe you're afraid of what other people will think of you. You're afraid of embarrassing yourself. You're afraid of not being good enough. Okay, you have to realize that that in itself is the biggest mistake you can make. Thank you, everyone, for your honesty. I see all the eyes. I really appreciate it. More people tuning in here. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. So that is number one. Do I need to go into more detail about that? I want you to catch yourself. So now that you're aware of that, the biggest mistake you can make is being too afraid to make one. So when you're in the game or you're in a practice, you're playing, and you catch yourself not doing what you know you should, you look back and you say, man, I should have done that. I should have taken that shot. I should have taken that player on. I should have called for the ball. I should have been more aggressive. I should have taken that chance. You have to catch yourself and you have to say, this is what he was talking about. The biggest mistake is being too afraid to make a mistake. So first of all, if you are afraid of what other people think, this is another mistake, and it's directly related to this one. You don't take the shot. You don't take the free kick. You don't step up in the drill and do the exercises because you're afraid of what other people will think. You don't take the player on. You don't step up and take the penalty shot because you're afraid of what other people will think. You'll embarrass yourself in front of other people. The truth is you are embarrassing yourself to yourself. The only person you really have to worry about impressing or satisfying is yourself. And the only way you will do that is by doing what you know you should do. So if currently you are freezing, you're not taking action because of what other people think, okay, you're letting those people handcuff you. Their opinion of you is holding you back. So really they control you. They dominate you. And it's only because you've let them. So if you can let go of that, you can stopping yourself because of what other people think right away. You're going to have more success. Okay, so number one, let's move forward. But number one is being too afraid to make a mistake. The biggest mistake you can make is being too afraid to make a mistake. You want to make mistakes. It sounds crazy, but if you're never making mistakes, that means you're not trying. That means you're not challenging yourself. That means you're not doing more than you are currently capable of. If you want to grow as a player, you want to have more success, you have to fail every once in a while. You have to do something that is difficult. You're not going to succeed 100% of the time. So if you're making mistakes, that's a good thing. So don't be afraid of mistakes. Yeah, you try to avoid mistakes, of course. But if mistakes happen, that means you're trying something new. So that will take me into point number two. But if that makes sense, and you guys, who's gonna think about that now? What is the biggest mistake? Someone tell me in the comments, what is the biggest mistake? Give me a thumbs up if you like that one. What is the biggest mistake? Someone comment. I'll give you a shout out right now. Neymar Simon, is William John better than you? Is a YouTuber. As a YouTuber or as a player? That guy is technically better than me. He's achieved more than me in the game. So yeah, he's probably a better player than me. But that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do. Are people in this chat better than you? Am I better than you? Does that stop you from playing soccer? Does it stop you from going after your goals? No. Use it as motivation. And at the end of the day, the only person you're competing with is yourself. Good. I'll give a shout out to Abdul Zazi being afraid to make a mistake. Okay, so don't let fear hold you back. That is the biggest mistake that you can make. Number two is continually making the same mistakes. Maybe you've done this yourself. Maybe you play with a player who does this and it drives you crazy. This is something that drives coaches crazy. You make the same mistake again and again and again. As I said, you should be making mistakes. It's good to make mistakes. That means you're trying. That means you're challenging. But what you don't want to do is make the same mistakes again and again. You have to learn from your mistakes. So many players do not learn from their mistakes, and they constantly do the same things, make the same errors, and it drives their coaches crazy, it drives their teammates crazy, and it holds back their progression as a player. So the second worst mistake you can make is making the same mistakes over and over again. So for example, maybe it comes down to your shooting technique. How many times do you let yourself make the same shooting error, the same flaw in your technique? You do it again and again and again. You have to stop. You have to think, what am I doing wrong? I cannot allow myself to do the same thing. Let's say, for example, you always pull your shots across your body to the left. How many times do you keep doing that? How many times are you going to continue to do that? If you want to improve faster, you want to become a better player, it all comes down to how quickly you learn from your mistakes, take that information, and move forward. So if you know you always pull your shots across your body to the left, you have to say, I'm no longer going to allow myself to do that. If anything, I'll slice it off to the right. Okay, I'll compensate and I'll make a mistake going this way, but I won't make that same mistake again and again and again. I've done that too many times. So the second worst mistake you can do is constantly making the same mistakes again and again. That could be with your technique. That could be with your decision-making in the game. Maybe you keep trying to take the guy one-on-one in a wide position when really all you had to do was get your head up and put the early cross in. Okay, so take the information that you get from yourself, your own mistakes. Maybe your coach is calling you out on certain mistakes. Maybe your teammates are calling you out on certain mistakes that you make. You have to analyze, okay, do I keep doing the same thing? Am I making the same mistake? The quicker you can take this information and move forward, the better you will become, the faster you will improve, the more success you will have. So as I said, it could be technically, it could be with your decision-making, it could be tactically with your positioning, it could be in life, it could be you constantly make the decision to fake sick and going to practice, something silly like that. But it can be on a deeper level, okay? So analyze, are you making the same mistakes? If so, you have to change. It's okay to make different mistakes. Try to learn from them quickly, but do not allow yourself to make the same mistakes over and over again. It's holding back your progression. It's driving your coach and your teammates crazy. Does that make sense? If so, give me a thumbs up. Please say yes. Someone tell me in the comments. Neymar Simon, but you were calling me out. You said Will John was better than me, man. Neymar Simon says, you are the best soccer trainer online. Thank you to make me a better player. Well, I'm happy I can make you a better player. Thank you for watching the videos, and thank you for watching the live stream today. Just giving you a hard time, buddy. Okay, I'm glad it makes sense. Sean Noya. Someone tell me, what is there you go. Jerry Mugasha. Sorry about these last names, guys. Making the same mistake. Yes, please do not do that. Good. Let's move forward. Number 3. So the third mistake, and this is the final one I'll give you today, is never fully committing, and players do this all the time, never fully committing because they don't honestly believe that they can become a better player. Okay, so if you just went all in, you did what you know you should do, you did what you said you were going to do, you would get all the results that you want. You can become better at everything. That's the biggest thing, is the players don't actually believe they can become better, so they don't actually put in the work. Listen to me. And I said this in my intro video. If you watch the YouTube trailer on my channel, you can improve every single area of your game. You can improve every single area of your life if you just believe in your ability to do that. So that's number 1. And then 2, take action towards that. Okay. Most players, they don't believe. They say, oh, other players can do that, but I can't become fast. I can't improve my shooting. I can't become fitter. I can't make that team. It's a belief, okay? The only thing holding you back is really your mindset. You don't believe. That's the biggest, like I said, the biggest mistake is being too afraid to make one. Probably this number 3 is actually the biggest. It's not believing that you can. Why does it always come back down to this thing right here? Okay, if you guys don't figure this, you don't realize the importance of this as a soccer player, your mind, your mentality, then you're never going to improve as fast as you can. And once you do figure this out, you're going to be like, damn, why didn't I focus on that? Why didn't I realize the importance of that when I was younger? And I act like I know everything. I don't. The people who know the most are the ones who know they know the least. But when I started to figure out this mental thing, realize like, hey, this is really what's holding me back. It's the way I think. It's the way I believe in myself. It's the way I talk myself out of certain situations. It's my confidence. It's my self-esteem. That's what's holding me back. Once I figured that out, then everything became better and everything continues to become better. But when you have this holding you back, your mind working against you rather than for you, like most players do, they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in their ability to become better. Then it doesn't matter how much you practice or how much personal training you get, how many practices you go to with your team. You might improve a little, but you'll never reach your full potential as a player. Okay, so realize that the biggest mistake that players can make is not believing they have the ability to become better. So I'm talking to you right now in the camera. What do you want to improve? You can improve that. The only thing holding you back is maybe your belief. You keep telling yourself like, oh, I just wasn't born with that, or I'm just not that type of player, or they can do that. I can't do that. That's what's holding you back. So believe that you can and then take action. You'll improve every single area of your game. Whatever you want to improve, believe that you can and focus on it and you'll get the results. Okay, so that's the third one I'll give you is players believe that they're not capable of improving. They don't believe in themselves. So hopefully that helps you guys. Did you write those things down? I hope you did. Let's go through them quickly. Number one, the biggest mistake you can make is being afraid to make a mistake. So when you're in games, when you're in practices, take that shot, make that pass, take that player on, step up and take the free kick, take the penalty. You want the ball in the 90th minute when something has to happen. Someone has to win the game. That's when you want to step up. You're not afraid to miss the shot. You're not afraid to step up there and be embarrassed in front of everyone, because guess what? You will gain so much more value and experience from that choice than deciding, you know what, I'm too afraid. I'm just going to step back. I'll let someone else take this opportunity. Okay, so number one, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's the biggest mistake you can make. Number two, constantly making the same mistakes over and over again. It's okay to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Your teammates make mistakes. You will continue to make mistakes. Just don't make the same mistakes again and again. Learn from them. Take that information, do something differently. If you fail, you make a mistake in a different way, that is okay. That is failing forward. That is progressing as a player. So don't make the same mistakes again and again. It's holding your progression back. You have to get outside of yourself and analyze, hey, am I doing the same mistake when it comes to my technique, when it comes to my decision-making, my tactical positioning, my mentality, every area of your game and life, analyze. And number three, we said, was not truly believing in your ability to become better. You can improve every single area of your game. It comes down to a choice. So if you've been talking to yourself in the past, and I'm calling you out right now, you've been holding yourself back with the way you're thinking. You have to stop that. You have to stop that. Okay. You can become better at everything if you choose to believe that you can improve it and then take that massive action, daily action, consistent action. So if you guys found that helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Can we get the likes above 100? Right now it's at 75. Get it above 100 so I know you found this valuable. And thank you for you guys that are commenting in the sidebar here, saying or regurgitating, reaffirming all the mistakes that I made. Yes, love it. Cool. Get it up. I only got 85. Only got 85 likes right now. Give me 100 and we're going to go to open question and answer. Got 87. You guys got to pick it up here. 90. There we go. Just 10 more. Good. So, as I said, keep it going, but I'm not going to start till you hit 100. So we'll do open question and answer. If you guys remember, the super chat function allows you to get your message highlighted. It allows me to see it. It allows other people to see it. You will get your question answered. But what I said is everyone who does do a super chat donation contribution to this live stream, I'll basically say you're a sponsor. I'll put your name in the description of the video, and I'll also put your name and a link to your YouTube channel if that's what you want in the pinned comment of this video. So 2 links for you below this video if you do a super chat. And the largest super chat donation, if there are any, I'll make a video on the specific question that you answered. So pretty much a video specifically for you. So with that in mind, we can do open question answer. You guys can ask your questions in the sidebar. There are 130 people right now. So if you do super chat, it will increase your chances of me seeing your well, it will automatically make me answer your questions. But with that in mind, let's go. Okay. Holy, lots of questions. Thank you. We'll do a quick one. Jahim Adams, how old are you? I am 30 years old. I'll be 31 next month, but I'm getting younger every day. So really, I'm like 21 inside. Joseph, how to improve headers when alone? It's a tough one to do. I would say, and I'm only going to go for about 30 minutes because I don't want to keep these too long. So 10 more minutes. To practice headers on your own, obviously you can do like against a wall, just throwing the ball against the wall and like going back, just one-touch headers against the wall. I guess you could do two-touch headers as well. Those are difficult. But one-touch headers against the wall and just focus on good technique. That's a good way to get a lot of repetitions, focus on getting in the middle of your forehead. But other than that, it's pretty difficult. I mean, you can throw a ball up in the air and jump and head it, but that's kind of silly and you won't get as many repetitions. So just throwing it against a wall, practicing going back and forth against a wall, you'll have to get the right trajectory to continually get it back to yourself, but eventually you'll figure it out. And go to my channel and search how to head a soccer ball. Watch that tutorial if you haven't already. What should Scarlett Roberts? Sorry, I'm trying to read these, but they're going by real quick. What should you eat and drink the day before a tournament starts? Well, your nutrition, good nutrition, it doesn't just happen on game day. Good nutrition is something that should be a lifestyle. So if you think that you're going to eat junk all through the week and then just the day before your game, you're going to eat some good food and boom, you're going to get all the magic benefits of good nutrition, that's not how it works. Okay, so just think about, hey, what am I eating every day? That's what's really going to determine how you feel and how you perform. But as far as pregame or the day before a tournament, yes, you want to get high carbohydrate source. So good sources of carbohydrates, things like fruits, obviously fruits, but maybe you want some more complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, wild yams, white rice, things like this. Yes, you can have the pasta. Personally, I stay away from wheat, so I don't eat wheat products. So things like that. But think about high carbohydrate source. You want energy. Carbohydrates, energy, also good sources of fats, olive oil, avocados, olives, nuts, seeds. These are going to give you long-lasting energy. So things like that, but realize that your nutrition, you can eat junk all week. If you just do good nutrition the day before the game or an hour before your game, it's not going to do anything. It's a lifestyle thing. That's where you get the real benefits of good nutrition. Okay. Keep them coming. Thank you, Scarlett Roberts, for watching the stream. Okay, make sure your questions are easy to understand. How did Peter Adela, how to combine leg day in the gym with a HIIT training? What's the purpose of your workout, though? If you're trying to increase strength or increase size, maybe you don't want to do HIIT. HIIT is more for your cardio. HIIT is more for fat burning. But if you wanted to do that, then you would just do like 4 different leg exercises and superset them all with no rest in between. But personally, I would ask you, what is your goal? Do you want to put on size and mass? Then you may not want to do the HIIT, and you may want to focus a little more on just getting reps and sets into your legs, constantly increasing the weight, focusing on good form, just really focusing on the exercise rather than HIIT training is more like boom, 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 boom. Let's get it done as quickly as possible. So that would be my advice, and then balance it around your training. So don't do big leg session on days that you have games or days before games. Make sure you plan it out. If you are working, like I really try to make the most of any kind of breaks I have. Maybe I have like a week off of games, then I would do maybe 2 or 3 good leg sessions in there. But if you have games within the week, it's difficult. So it's more like keeping your legs sharp, just doing a little bit of legs each day, like keeping them firing, keeping the legs, the muscles working. But on days or games, weeks when you don't have games, then you would try to do some heavier leg sessions to actually get size and mass into your legs, get more reps, get more sets. What is the best way to, Bruce Walker, what is the best way to improve your weak foot? Love your videos. The best way is to go to my channel and search how to improve your weak foot and watch that video, or just search it on YouTube. It's probably the first one that comes up now. I made a very in-depth video on this topic, but basically it's about getting more repetitions. The reason one of your feet is stronger than the other is because you've given that foot more attention. Just think, maybe you're right-footed or you're left-footed, I don't know what it is, your stronger foot. Think about how many more shots, how many more passes, how many more first touches, how many more dribbles, how many more turns, how many more repetitions have you put into your stronger foot than your weaker foot? And then you're like, oh, I don't know why my weaker foot isn't that good, or I can't make it any better. If you evened out those repetitions, they would be the same. But watch that video. It'll give you some more helpful tips. Really, the biggest thing is not trying to overcomplicate it and just understanding, wow, I've really neglected my weaker foot. And I hate using the term weaker foot because I don't believe you should have a weak foot. Personally, I have 2 strong feet. I score goals. I go both ways with both feet. I play passes. I play crosses. I'll take players on. I can dribble right. I can dribble left. 2 feet. I'm huge on 2 feet. And I don't like saying weak foot. I don't think it's something you should have in your game. Thank you for the questions, guys. I got 5 more minutes. I'll do a few more. Oh, there you go. Sean Noe, super chat, $2.79. Thank you very much. So right now, Sean is in first place. So he's going to get a shout out. You guys can see his comment on the side there, but he's going to get a shout out in the description and in the pinned comment. And at this point, because he's the largest contributor to this stream, I'm going to make a video on that topic. And his question is how to improve confidence. So I've done a lot of videos on this in the past. First of all, Sean, thank you very much for your contribution. Really appreciate that super chat. I've done a lot of videos on this in the past, but I will say a few things and I'll make a video for you in the future at this point, unless someone outbids you. But confidence, it first of all comes from competence. Mr. RICers, I'll get to it in a second. Thank you very much. Confidence comes from competence. So the more you do something, the more confident you will be in it. So first of all, ask yourself, do you have the right to be confident? You have a game on Sunday, let's say. What have you done every day of the week leading up to that? I guarantee you, if you focused on becoming better every single day, you focus on the quality of your preparation going into that game, you would be more confident, as opposed to just showing up on Sunday, not doing anything all week, being lazy all week, and then showing up to the game and saying, oh, I'm pretty low on confidence. I wish I was more confident. What have you done to earn your confidence? So confidence comes from competence. Confidence comes from earning. Confidence comes from self-talk. Confidence is how you talk yourself out of certain situations or into certain situations. So the power of your words, the way you talk to yourself in your mind dictates your confidence. You could put me, let's say you're low on confidence. I don't know if you are. You're asking the question, so I'm assuming you are. You could put yourself and myself in 2 situations. Let's say something totally unrelated to soccer, something that we're both bad at. But the way I talk to myself and the way you talk to yourself may be completely different. I will talk myself into that situation. I will say, hey, you know what? This isn't my expertise. I'm not the best at this, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna find a way to get through this. The other person, maybe you in this situation, will say, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Everything is gonna go wrong. I can't handle this. I can't handle the pressure. It's the way you talk to yourself. That is number one when it comes to confidence. So whether you're good at something, whether you're good at something or you're bad at something, that is irrelevant. The way you talk to yourself, that is everything when it comes down to confidence. So focus on your preparation. If you're not confident in a certain skill, do something about it. If you're not confident with your shooting, have you been practicing your shooting every day this week? Have you been watching shooting tutorials? Have you been analyzing the best shooters in the game? If you do something, you take action, you will become more confident. Change the way you talk to yourself in your mind. Catch those negative thoughts, reframe them. Say, I can, I will, I'm going to find a way. I can figure this out. I can do this. It's the way you talk to yourself. But on that, saying that, I will, right now, you are the leading bidder, so I'm going to make a video specifically on that for you. Thank you so much. And Mr. R sent me a super chat. He said, favorite player from NPSL or USL? Current or X? Well, to be honest, I don't really follow the league, so I can't give you a. I'm just trying to think if I have any friends that still play in that. I'm gonna give a shout out to a player I see some big things coming for him. His name is William Accio. He's from Calgary. His name is William Accio. Played PDL. He did some tryouts for NPSL and USL. He's playing I believe he's playing Div 2 or Div 1 in Texas right now for college. So I'm going to give him a shout out because he was messing around in those leagues. I wish I could give you a better question, but honestly, I don't follow NPSL or USL unless Calgary Foothills gets into there, but they're in the CPL now, so they won't be because those leagues are below. Sorry, I don't have a direct player for you. Why do you ask that question? Are you playing in that league or something? Thank you for your super chat donation, regardless, Mr. R. I watch Premier League. I watch, like, I just know the PDL because I know a couple players that are playing in it personally. But as far as NPSL, USL, no. I follow Premier League. I follow the Bundesliga. I follow the biggest leagues. La Liga. Those are the main ones I watch. And then obviously Nations. UEFA Nations, what do you guys think about that? That's pretty cool. Okay. So I will do one more question because I want to end these around 30. So I'll give you guys one more question. Right now, Chris, you're winning it. So I'll give it to you. You're going to get a video on how to improve your confidence. One more question, guys. Thank you, everyone else, for the super chat. Dylan, how do you balance school and soccer? Flawless gang. Thank you for the question. It's a good question. I wanted to highlight it because I get it all the time. Okay, first of all, you have to realize, and some of you are out there and you say, oh, I can't focus on soccer, or I got to give up school because I got to focus on my football career. Realize that successful people don't have more time than you. They just manage their time differently. So I'm not telling you to drop out of school. That's for sure. I'm not telling you to neglect your studies. What I say to everyone who asks this question is, hey, if you can be a great soccer player, why can't you be a great student? It's your choice. You made a choice to focus on this more than that, or you made a choice to give this a higher priority than that. And if you prioritize one more than the other, that's okay. But being a failure and not giving your best in one of those is not an option. So I say, yeah, you want to balance your school. You want to balance your soccer. What about your relationships? What about your finances? What about your health? What about everything, every area of your life? Go and make a list of all the areas of your life that are important to you. I want you to be a superstar. I want you to excel in all of those areas. You guys think this channel is about soccer? It's so much deeper than that. You think these videos are about soccer? It's so much deeper than that. This is about life. The lessons you take from this channel, it's not just going to make you successful in soccer. It will make you successful in life if you choose to see it as that. It's so much deeper. Okay, so I would say write on a piece of paper all the areas of your life that are important to you. Then you have to set goals in those areas. What do you want to achieve in those areas? Then you have to set action plans. How are you going to? So as I said, the successful people in life, they don't have more hours in the day. They just manage their time better. So prioritize it. Realize that it's important. Realize that whether you want to do good in school or not, that doesn't really matter if you need to keep your parents happy, and you should all want to keep your parents happy. So at least do it for them and do it well for them. But write down those things, set the goals. Now, how are you going to achieve those goals? Little action steps. That may be, I'm going to study 30 minutes a day. I'm going to work out for 30 minutes on my lunch break. I'm going to spend 30 minutes with my mom and dad without my cell phone in front of my face. Okay, so write action plans. But as far as doing well in school, it comes down to you making the most of the time you are in school. So what I mean by that is you can go to school, you can sit in class, you cannot be present in the moment. You can say, oh, this is garbage, I don't need to do this. Or you can be present. You can say, hey, I have to be here, so I might as well make the most of the time that I have. So you're present in the class, you're participating in the class, you're answering the questions, you're getting your work done in class, so you don't have to do it when you go home at the end of the day. Or instead of going home and getting your books, you just take an extra 20 minutes at the end of the day to get it done, or on your lunch break to get it done, or on your spare to get it done. Get it done and out of the way so you don't have to think about it later. It's about being proactive rather than saying, oh, I have to do this assignment. It's like, I have to do this assignment? Well, I'm going to crush this assignment right now so I don't have to worry about it later. So I can go to practice later. I can hang out with my friends later. I can go to the gym later. Okay, so have that mentality, and that's going to help you right away. I got one more super chat here from FootballMentor, not a mentor, a centaur. How do you stay injury-free? Okay. And I don't know what type of currency that is, so someone will have to tell me. What is DKK? So how do you stay injury free? Well, it comes down to a few things, but it's taking care of your body. So what I mean by that is you need to make your body stronger. You may need to make your body more mobile, but you also need to provide your body with the proper nutrients. If you eat bad food, you drink soda and you put nasty stuff into your body every single day, your body is made up of the nutrients you give it. You've heard that saying, you are what you eat. It's truer than you think because your body takes those nutrients, it turns those nutrients into new cells. Your body is constantly getting rid of old cells and producing new cells. So every 6 months or something like that, your body is made up of completely different cells. So if you eat McDonald's and junk food and cookies and donuts and soda pop, that's all you put into your body, guess what? That is actually what your body is made of. So what do you think is going to break? A body that's made of good, healthy nutrients from the earth, or a body that's made of fake processed food? What is going to break? Your bones, your tendons, your ligaments, it's made of the nutrients that you give it. So really focus on the quality of the food you put into your body. Make your body stronger. So that means working in the gym, total body strength, not just focusing on your legs or not just focusing on your chest or your biceps, total body strength, total body mobility. Can you touch your toes? Can you do a full squat? Do you have full range in your hips and your joints and your knees and your ankles? If not, you're going to be more susceptible for injury. And then you need to think about things like proper warm-up, proper cool down, taking care of your body. How do you recover? Go and watch that video I made about 7 muscle recovery tips. Okay, so it's about taking care of your body. If you're not taking care of your body, you're going to be more susceptible to injury. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your question and your super chat donation, Football Mentor. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I'm going to end it right there. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you got some value from this. The 3 biggest mistakes, worst mistakes soccer players make. I hope you found it valuable. Remember, you can watch these videos. If you don't put them into action, they won't do anything. So I'll hopefully do another live stream in the future. If you guys found this valuable and you haven't hit that like button already, please do that for me right now. Thank you to everyone who contributed, all the super chats, who sponsored this live stream. Chris, I believe you made the largest donation, so I'm going to make a video specifically for you, and I'll release it on YouTube about how to improve confidence. Thank you guys so much for watching this video about the worst mistakes soccer players make and how to avoid those mistakes in soccer. And I will talk to you real soon.